Hello my friends, I hope you're having a lovely day, and in today's video I thought I would talk a bit about the Game Awards because we are less than 24 hours removed from the 2019 Game Awards, and they've been getting bigger each year for a few years now. Creator of the show, Jeff Keighley, has been really working hard to put together like a respectable video game awards show, and more and more people have been tuning in every year. They've been breaking their own records each year for a while now, and I'm sure the same thing will happen tomorrow. They're reaching out to brand new audiences, and it'll be broadcast in new ways, so it's really exciting. And I know there's people who like to rag on the Game Awards for numerous reasons, but I thought I would do a video where I talk a bit about how I honestly, A, am excited for the Game Awards, and B, I honestly enjoy the Game Awards. I do need to say this in the beginning because I'm sure some people will feel that it would sway my opinion of the show. I can tell you that's not the case, and if you believe me, I'm happy you believe me. If you don't, there's really nothing I can do to say. So, I'm friends with Jeff Keighley. I have known Jeff Keighley for a very long time. I pretty much have known him since I started Go Nintendo, which was 16 plus years ago, if not more than that. We've had a great relationship back when he was involved with the Spike TV Video Game Awards. I have been to that show. He invites me to the Game Awards every year. Unfortunately, I can't go because of work. And he's had me on, or he had me on his TV show that he had on Spike TV a couple times. So I have connections to Jeff. Jeff is a friend. But like I said, I wanted to say that just so it's out in the open. But hopefully, you know, that doesn't color my impressions of the show or the work that he does. As I said, Jeff was a part of the Spike TV Video Game Awards when those were a thing, and they were, in my opinion, really cringeworthy. It was, you know, a traditional TV network, a traditional cable network, trying to appeal to an audience that they just didn't understand and they didn't know how to reach, and they also wanted to fill the show with like a whole bunch of other content that they thought would woo in people who wouldn't normally watch an award show for video games. So, you know, they were just all over the place with all kinds of needless, pointless stuff, and they didn't really celebrate games in any way other than saying like, this game wins this award and stuff like that. They didn't really like elaborate on what makes games great. They didn't. You could tell like it was just basically being steered by people who didn't have any idea what video games were about. And Jeff has voiced, or did voice, some frustrations in the past. But that show's long gone now, and my belief is that, you know, when that show died out, that's when Jeff was transitioning into the idea of, now I can do my own thing with video game awards and a video game awards show and really do it justice, do what I feel is right, and that's what's given us the Game Awards. And as I said, they've been getting more and more popular with each and every year because people watch them. You know, I'm sure people are excited to see what games win awards, but probably more people are watching because they want to see like the special reveals, because there's always secret games that are shown off and new footage of games that we know are coming out, and that is certainly exciting. But in and of itself, the award show, I think Jeff Keighley and everyone involved have been doing a really good job. Of course, the Game Awards still has its cringy moments, but I feel like that's part of any award show, really. You have some sponsorship tie-ins that make you groan, or you have some presenters who, you know, just seem uncomfortable on stage and unfamiliar with what they're talking about. And, you know, with it being live, there's issues as well, that, you know, awkward pauses and things like that. It's just unavoidable. But when you measure up the Game Awards to other award shows like the Emmys or the Oscars or Tonys, stuff like that, I think it compares really well. And most importantly, I think it really does an excellent job of honoring people in the industry who make these games. I think a lot of thought is put into which games are nominated. I think a lot of thought is put into how things are presented on stage, and, you know, making or recognizing that these things are important. These creators are important. These teams are important. These games can be very important. So I just like the attention to detail and the amount of respect that Jeff Keighley and the team pay to video games. It is an award show that really feels like it's doing something to make or to recognize games for as impactful as they can be, and as impactful as a lot of game players around the world have known for a long time that they can be. I also know there's people who are like, I don't need the musical performances, I don't need to see these musical acts, just give me the game awards and give me the reveals of games, that's all I care about. And I understand that, but I can also see the point where the people involved want to, break up the string of here's an award, here's an award, here's an award, a couple trailers, here's an award, put in a couple other things in there that not just break things up for the viewers at home, but also rejuvenate the audience that is there, snap them out of the spell of just watching the string of awards or staring at the screen for reveals. Just something to like reset the show, and then you get back into the normal flow of awards or reveals of games. So I do think it has its place. Plus, again, especially with last year's show, I think they do a good job of tying in the music to games, or the musical performances to games that are nominated for things, or at least bands that are tied to games. For example, we're getting a performance by Churches this year, and Churches has done a song for Death Stranding, so I think that's a perfect fit. Makes a lot of sense. And I'm personally a fan of Churches. I was before the game, so I'm excited to see them. But it makes sense. It's good. And, it's staying with the awards show vibe, and I think it adds a little bit something special to the overall experience, something else for you to remember. All in all, outside of just some minor pacing issues and some things that I think are unavoidable with these kind of shows, I think Jeff Keighley and the crew involved do a legitimately good job of making an entertaining and interesting award show that finally, treats the game creators and game players with respect, and that's not something I feel any other game award show has been, or televised game award show has been able to do. So I really appreciate that. It's nice to see the people who create these games out front and center, out getting praise, out being applauded, things like that. It's very cool to see. So yes, tomorrow I'm looking forward to all the game reveals that come from the event and new teasers, but I'm also just looking forward to the event itself. It's nice to see the community respected and highly revered, and it's nice to see all these people come together who make these games possible, because that's why we're video game fans. These people make games that we love and spread the word about and talk with friends too, and all kinds of stuff. So it's just cool to see them out and about. So yes, I am legitimately excited for the Game Awards. And I want to know what you think. Are you excited for the Game Awards? Have you ever watched? Is this your first year watching? Do you not like these kind of shows? Do you think the Game Awards are too cringy? Leave a comment below. I'd love to know. But I will be tuning in tomorrow, and hopefully you will too. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. Also, a huge thank you to our Patreon members. Thank you so much for supporting me over there. You make everything I do possible. The site, videos, the podcast, social media, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about the Patreon, which is just $1, you can check out the link in the description below. But as for today, that's it. As long as I got something to show, I have something in mind that I want to show you tomorrow, actually, so I'm going to do that. So I should be back tomorrow. So until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours.